Hello students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we have to discuss errors affecting trial balance. Yesterday we did errors not affecting trial balance. There were 7 errors which were not affecting trial balance. Now today we are going to discuss errors which are affecting trial balance. There are 4 errors which are affecting trial balance. And they can easily, these errors are discovered by the accountant because, see, what's happening. These errors are can easily discovered by the accountant. Why? See, sorry class. See, why they can be discovered easily by the accountant. See the totals. Okay, now trial balance is made. It's not equal, it's not agreed. So in that case, what happens? Debit side is heavier than the credit side. So as per the assumptions of error, this 6,500 will be taken correctly. Okay, this is the correct amount. Are you getting my point? Okay, we will take that this 6,500 is the correct amount. And credit is, we have a deficit in credit side, on deficit of credit side of 1,000. So what we do, on credit side, it might be possible that a liability is missing, a revenue is missing, capital amount is missing, purchase discount is missing, discount received is missing. We don't know that. So what is missing on the credit side? We are missing 1,000. But what we are missing actually we don't. That's why we name it suspense. So what do? We'll enter 1,000 as suspense because we don't know what is missing. And this amount will become again 6,500, which is equal to debit side. Are you getting my point? So suspense means we don't know which account is missing. Liability or capital or whatever. We do not know what is missing. We do not know what is missing. Are you getting my point here? Are you getting my point here? Now we don't know what is missing. We don't know. So we write the word suspense. And now it's balanced. But suspense is there. Now this is the duty of accountant to find out what are the reasons or what are the errors are there which have created a suspense of 1,000. So all those errors which we have done and are responsible for a suspense account will be rectified through suspense account. Are you getting my point here? It means when we will rectify suspense. We will rectify suspense. Each and every entry to rectify the error will have one component suspense account. In that way, we will be able to remove suspense account from the trial balance. Anyhow, we have to remove suspense account from the trial. Okay. So what are the possible 4 errors we could have made which is resulting in a suspense account? Okay. They are called errors affecting trial balance. Again, the prime book of error is 0. So the first error today is casting error. The first error affecting trial balance is casting error. Okay. Now, casting error are of 2 types. overcasting, undercasting. Getting my point here? So first, we will discuss about overcasting. Okay. What is overcasting? Now, for instance, purchase of goods for cash 4,000 was correctly recorded in the cash book, but debited to purchase account as $40,000. Getting my point clear? It means that we have bought goods for cash 4,000, and in the cash column of cash book we have credited 4,000, but we debited purchase account with 40,000. Okay, this is called overcasting. So what we do, we have to rectify this error using general date particulars we are debited. Now date, name of account, or you can write particulars. We are debit and now okay. Now this one, okay. Now what we have to do, we have debited purchases more than enough, more than the real amount. So what we do, we will debit suspense with 36,000 and we will credit purchases by 36. Okay. To rectify overcasting of purchasing by $36. This is the variation. Getting my point clear. Okay. This is how one component will always be suspended. Why? Because the cash was correctly recorded in the cash book. So we don't need to rectify cash. Cash is correct. So in that case, what we do, we have to credit purchases because it is overly debited. So purchase is credit and suspense is going to be debit. This is called overcasting. Now, B part, undercasting. Second is undercasting error. Okay. UNDER. Undercasting. Now, in undercasting, what happens? For instance, Same transaction. We will work on the same transaction. See. See. Now, this time, purchase of 4,000 was recorded as 400. Correctly in cash book. Cash book, we have created the cash column of the cash book with the same amount, 4,000. But this time we have debited purchase account by 400. This is undercasting. Okay, so what we'll do, the entry would be same. No, entry would be different. Okay, see. Entry would be different. See. What we'll do, now we have to debit purchases. Purchases, debit. How much? 3,600. We have to increase purchases. So purchases is debit and suspense is going to be credited by 3,000. To rectify undercasting of purchases by $3,000. Getting my point clear? So we have two types of casting error. One is undercasting and the other is overcasting. Okay, and I have explained you both overcasting and undercasting. In every error affecting trial balance, one of the component, either debit or credit, is suspense account, depending upon the nature of it. Getting my point clear? So next, second error, which you could have made while making a trial balance, because is incomplete double entry. Incomplete double entry. Okay. Incomplete double entry means, for instance, for instance, payment of electricity through bank, through check, $4,000 was only recorded in cash. It means when we pay electricity expense is going to be debited and bank is going to be credited in cash flow. This must be the entry. But what the error has been made by the accountant, he has credited bank column in the cash book with $4,000 paying through bank, but he forgot to debit electricity. Getting my point clear? So in that case, what he has to do, we have to enter electricity needs to be debited. Electricity needs to be debited 4,000. And yes, obviously, the other component is bank, but which is that bank is correct. So what we do, we will debit suspense account by 4,000. Rectify Write narrations when they say narrative is required. Mostly in O levels, they ask you narrative is not required. Okay. So if they ask you to write narrative, then you should write. Okay. Now, after incomplete double entry, we have number 3, incorrect double entry. Okay, incorrect double entry means, for instance, so payment for purchase of furniture was debited to furniture and also debited owner. Okay, now we have purchased furniture $5,000. We have debited furniture that was supposed to be debited, and bank was supposed to be credited. When you are paying, you are buying furniture and you are paying, it means your bank is going to be credited. But we have debited the bank also. So how we rectify this error? See, how we'll rectify this error? Again, the prime book is general. Don't forget that. Okay. Now, don't need to touch French furniture account. It's correct. Only we have to rectify bank account. Bank was supposed to be credited. We have debited. So what we do? We will debit suspense and we will credit bank account by 10,000. Oh my God. You have to be careful. When we were discussing error not affecting calculated complete reversal, error of complete reversal, it requires a double amount. Likewise, whenever you enter into a wrong side of a T account, you have to come back with a double amount. Don't forget that. Whether it is a complete error of complete reversal or incomplete double entry. Yeah, incorrect double entry. Okay. If you are on the wrong side of a T account, then you have to come back with a double amount. Please don't forget that. Okay. Now, to rectify an error, payment furniture was debited okay. Incorrect double entry. Now the last error of today is transcription. Transcription error. Okay. Or you transcription error means, for instance, payment of postage $212 was correctly credited to the but debited to stage as dollar. Oh yes, it's error of transposition actually. But in errors not affecting timers, a transcription or transposition error is on both sides, debit and credit. But here, transposition or transcription error is only one-sided. Means the debit is correct, 212. But uh, 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 no, credit is correct. The bank side was credited by 212 correctly. But debit to postage account is 122. So what we have to do, we have to rectify this error. Now, postage was supposed to be 212, but it is now 122. So what is the difference now? See, 212 minus 122. 90. Postage was undercast by 90 due to this transposition. It is taking a form of casting error. Right? No, okay, but this is transposition error. So what we have to do, we have to debit postage by 90 and we have to credit suspense account by $90. Okay. Now, narration to rectify error of transposition, or you can say transcription. Postage was wrongly debited. Okay. So these are 4 errors, not errors affecting trial balance, and where for every rectification of these 4 errors, we have suspense as one component because the difference of trial balance was actually posted to the suspense account. Getting my point clear? That was okay, because we don't know what is missing. And after making these entries to suspense account, which was started by 1000, the suspense account balance should be 0. Are you getting my point? 0 suspense account balance means all errors affecting trial balance have been removed. Okay, so all my beloved students, this is all for today. So subscribe my channel. If you want me to solve something special for you, just leave a comment. Inshallah, I'll try to do my best. Take care. Allah Hafiz.